Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Monday, January 18th, 2016, around 7:34 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. Everybody in eastern New England's waking up to a few inches of snow, anywhere between 2 to 6 inches. It looks like it's ending in Billerica, Massachusetts, but the temperatures will not be going anywhere today. They'll be dropping. Going to be wind chill values about 0, and going to be a cold day for the next several days. So this snow sticking around for a while. It's not going anywhere. Hopefully you'll be shoveling the snow out soon. Some news to report. It's Happy Martin Luther King Day, so everybody's celebrating it. Most businesses are closed. State offices, federal offices are closed. Let freedom reign. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is about the 2015-2016 NBA midseason report. Many of the NBA teams now have played approximately 41 games halfway through the season, and this NBA season up to this point has been very, very amazing. There's only a certain amount of teams that are contending for an NBA championship, and there's a few NBA teams that are really, really tanking. Let's start off with the positive stuff. The Golden State Warriors have a record of 37-4. They're steamrolling through the NBA. Stephen Curry looks like he is going to win another MVP again. He's leading the NBA in scoring. Another amazing thing this year in the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs. They're playing awesome basketball. 32 straight wins at their home arena. A lot of people are saying this is going to be the year that the San Antonio Spurs are going to get old and fall apart. They've been saying that for the past 5 years, and they still continue to win and win and win. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, plus they got new younger players like Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge. They'll be a force to reckon with for years to come, even when the big three of the Spurs retire. Another big thing that's happening in the NBA this year, the return of prominence to the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Kevin Durant was out most of last year with a foot injury, but he's never missed a beat. Him and Russell Westbrook are a great 1-2 punch in the league. And also in the Eastern Conference, it's just one team. It's the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. They're running away with the East, and they're probably going to make the NBA Finals again. Other surprises in the NBA this year is how strong the Eastern Conference is in the NBA. There's about 11 teams who are about 500 or better, and for a few years there was a few teams in the East that got into the playoffs with an under 500 record, but that's not going to be the case this year. A good team might miss the playoffs with a 500 record or better. The parity of the Eastern Conference is amazing. The Hawks, the Heat, the Bulls, the Pacers, the Raptors, Celtics, Pistons surprising a lot of people. Orlando Magic kind of surprising a lot of people. The New York Knicks and the Charlotte Hornets really, some of these teams could mix the playoffs. A couple of these teams probably need a hot winning streak to probably assure themselves of a playoff positioning. A little bit of a disappointment this year is the Washington Wizards. Some experts were saying they would be challenging the Cleveland Cavaliers for the NBA's Eastern Conference, but that's not been the case and stuff. And there's a few teams in the NBA's Eastern Conference that are really tanking. Philadelphia 76ers and Brooklyn Nets. They are awful, especially the 76ers, which they only won 5 games up to this point. A lot of people are saying they'd be surprised to win 12 to 15 games, but even with a worse record, there's no guaranteed the number 1 pick. And the Nets just are awful. Western Conference, besides the big 3 teams, it's been blah at best. Clippers had a 10-game winning streak, but they're the Clippers. Half of the games they won without Blake Griffin. Chris Paul's still there. They have great pieces, but they need to win in the playoffs, and they will probably choke again in the playoffs. And the Mavericks are a decent team. The like Memphis Grizzlies. It's the same old stuff. A little bit of a disappointment to Houston Rockets. They fired their coach Kevin McHale earlier this year, and they can't seem to get it together. They're hovering around the 500 mark. Dwight Howard's disappointed. He's not been the focus point of the Rockets. It's James Harden, and there's rumors he wants to be traded out of Houston. I think they should blow up that team. They were lucky to get to the NBA's Western Conference Finals last year, because if it was another team besides the Clippers not blowing the 3-1 lead in this conference semifinals, then they would have probably been eliminated and stuff. And the last spot in the Western Conference playoffs probably going to be an under 500 team. The Utah Jazz, there's some surprises like the Sacramento Kings, even the Portland Trail Blazers are surprising a lot of other people. The teams that are probably out of it in the Western Conference are the Lakers, the Pelicans, which is very, very surprising and disappointing, because Anthony Davis is like one of the top 10 players in the NBA, but it's basically they have a new coach, Alvin Gentry. I don't think the players like his system and stuff, and the Minnesota Timberwolves end this rebuilding, and Denver, yeah, it's not that great. And second half of the NBA season, I wonder what records are going to be set. Could the Golden State Warriors surpass 72 wins? It's going to be tough, but I think they could get to 70. As the San Antonio Spurs keep up this great pace. Wonder if there'll be some big trades going around. There's rumors about DeMarcus Cousins being traded to from the Kings to a team. Hopefully the Celtics get him, because the Celtics need to have a good player, because they're grinding and stuff, and it looks good. A lot of people say if they get a superstar player, they could challenge Cleveland for the top spot. And also gotta wonder who is going to have the worst record in the NBA and stuff, and the Kobe's farewell tour, because the Lakers ain't going anywhere this year. It's just sad to see Kobe Bryant's not going to make the playoffs in his final year in the NBA and stuff. So the rest of the NBA season should be a one to watch, but when the playoffs come around, it's only going to be 3 serious teams that have a legitimate shot of winning the NBA title. That's the Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference, and the Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs. I'd be shocked if somebody else upsets the Spurs or the Warriors in the Western Conference in the playoffs, and I'd be very shocked if somebody surprised the Cavaliers in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. Well, that's about it on that. Today's, because it's a holiday, I only do 2 video blogs during major holidays. So the second and final video blog of the day will be about my personality profile, which will be about Robin Young. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Brennan guy, Mola Rosenblatt of WCCO Rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart is so stunning. She's got nice legs as well. Amy Swensy's the best. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11, Raleigh, North Carolina, has a sweet southern accent. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out! Bye now!